Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Support Sunday, and there you can see the two team names, and it's kind of even on both teams. We have double support, as in I'm playing Tyrande. Last weekend I did Tyrande as in last Support Sunday, and I'm picking Ranger's Mark at level 1 here. So, like I said, last Sunday was Tyrande game as well, and I want to do another Tyrande game, which is why this is actually post-gameplay commentary instead of commentary while I am playing, because I wanted to get a game where I am not the sole support, so I don't have to go a full-blown healing build. I can do the other kind of support you can do on Tyrande, which, well, does other things, such as going for True Shot Aura and many other things which you don't necessarily take when you are, well, supposed to pick up healing talents to really be the team's actual healer and whatnot. And there is decoy tanking some turret shots. A good way to use decoy early on to actually be effective in the lane, to have it do some, well, tanking and eat some ammunition out of the turrets. And obviously Kael'thas is annoying to lane against even early on. Tyrande can catch Kael'thas off guard with the stun and stuff, but also, well, Kael'thas can obviously just straight up blow Tyrande up, so I have to be a little bit careful here. At least I'm not a melee hero who's trying to lane against Kael'thas. Tyrande doesn't have very good lane clear though. Something to always keep in mind if you are solo laning, because, well, Kael'thas is obviously able to push me in kind of harder than I can push him, and so forth. And I am just hanging around mid for a bit and whatnot. And let's see, can I grab this? No, someone here to stop me? Nope. Okay, let us see if we can grab some towers here to get a little bit of XP bonus, because we are slightly behind in XP. Kick that away. So, whatever. I mean, it had to be the real Nova, after all. That's why I had to kick it away, get a tower, maybe get a second tower, although I'm being blinded. So, that hurts a little bit. And of course, I have to start pulling back kind of early here too, so I don't die. Let's pull back right about now. That was still cutting it a little too hard, but at least I have a stun to help get away. And then put down the owl to see if they are chasing. So caught up with XP at least a bit. It's a level 4, and this is where I usually take Protective Shield or Pierce, but I'm gonna go Focused Attack. Take a little bit of extra damage here, to add a little bit of extra damage here to the team, because, well, after all, and here is a mistake I made. I should have known there was a Nova here when Kael'thas was playing this much forward. But I was kind of sure I would get the Kael'thas. Well, lacking a little bit of damage. Overall, in the end, my mistake. I should never ever have played that aggressively when I see the Kael'thas change the way he plays, because that means there is Nova there. Obviously, Stealther is around then. So, well, tried to get the Kael'thas, didn't succeed. My bad, my mistake. Oh well. Put down the owl and then grab the globe. So that way the globe is actually like really regenerating some of my mana and stuff. Still losing people in top as well. Hello. Would you folks like a stun? Just put the stun there. The positioning of that stun was just to make sure that they couldn't save me. And there I saw the Nova coming in. I saw the blur, so I put down an owl into the Nova's face. And hello, another sometimes I really try to do that, where I just use the stun as a zoning tool. I will try to get the owl onto the Nova again. Basically, because if I am not sure I can actually catch someone in the stun, and I want to make sure that they are, well, dying essentially, not diving me essentially. That's what I was trying to say before I mixed up the words. It's a good way to stop an enemy from diving you by popping the stun like somewhere between you and the enemy, or a location. Here I go Lunar Blaze, but Ball Momentum would work just as well when you just want to add some damage and stuff. So Lunar Blaze gives some extra utility to the stun on Tyrande. Also, let's quickly talk about Tyrande's abilities. I spoke about them in the previous video, but let's just go through them. First ability is a heal. This is a straight up heal you can use on yourself or an ally to give them some health. Second ability is this owl, which you see right now on the screen, which basically travels across the map. And well, I didn't pick Pierce at level 4, so now if it hits an enemy hero, it stops. And then it reveals that hero, and obviously it does a little bit of damage. So level 4, if you pick Pierce, it pierces through any enemy hero it hits, and then still goes through the entire map, making it much better for actual vision. And the third ability is a stun, which falls from the sky. So there is that, and I'm not sure I can contest this because I haven't seen. Okay, there is Nova, right? That's the thing I needed to look for. Is there Nova, and then fire that thing. Make sure I know where the Kael'thas is. So as you can see, I am basically using the owl a lot. I tried to use it to stop Nova from sneaking into me, to take add a little bit of damage to a fight, possibly add a little bit of damage to fights happening on the other parts of map, because if I happen to hit someone with it, it adds damage to that hero, obviously. Not a crazy lot of it, but a little bit. And also I also use it to see where everybody is. That's the main reason to use the owl. So the stun on Tyrande is really good because it falls from the sky. So makes it such that you cannot like hide from it by using a building or whatnot. And there is the zoning thing. And I was really hoping that they would like chase a little bit more than they did. But oh well. Hello, Kael'thas, and of course I got caught in that stun, but at least the Kael'thas died, and then we lost the Dragon Knight because I was not in mid lane. I should have been in the mid lane, I should not come here at all, but oh well. We are one level behind, that's okay I guess. We have Starfall finally, so I'm gonna use Starfall and the stun to help well, keep this Dragon Knight back a little bit. And then do damage to the Dragon Knight. Another reason to Ranger's Mark at level 1 is a really good talent on this particular map. Same with Garden of Terror actually. Because Tyrande's trade, which I forgot to talk about earlier, so I'll mention it here, is it adds a Huntress mark on the team. Or not on the team, but on the enemy, which I used on Dragon Knight there. It reveals the enemy hero or boss or monster which you add it on, and it increases all damage they take by 25%. Here's blocking for the friendly Chen to as well, so the Nova doesn't kill him essentially. So yeah, well, what Ranger's Mark does is that it lowers the cooldown of Hunter's Mark by 8 seconds. Hunter's Mark has long cooldown, it has 20-second cooldown. Dropping that down to 12 actually allows you to really add damage in longer fights. For example, you can use it a couple times during a team fight. And there is an owl to see if I managed to... Well, I didn't hit anybody, but I managed to see where everybody is. That's the main thing, right? Can I land? Yes, I could. But of course there is not enough here to really follow that up. That's okay. That is okay. And then put down the heroic again, because that's what the heroic does. Well, it's called the Kael'thas with the stun again, but I just don't have enough. And Chen is going really hard here. Don't have enough to really like save the Chen. So, unfortunately that is the case. Cannot save the Chen, and as you can see here, can run into big mana problems on Tyrande, especially if you are spamming abilities out a lot. So that's something you really need to keep in mind on Tyrande. It's like if you just spam out your abilities like I occasionally do when team fights are about to go on, then you really can run into issues with the various businesses, and the fact that this guy still had his steam pack was a little bit annoying. So, but at least still got the Raynor kill. Down 2 levels in XP. Not the end of the world and whatnot, but oh well. Let's get the Lily. Nope. And Sylvanas dies, and so I cannot hang around here. I'll do join the Vala for this fight though, because I do have the mana for continuation of this. And there you have it. And of course, because I went for the kill, I didn't try to contest the shrine when they ran. They got the Dragon Knight. That is a little bit of an annoyance, and it is basically 2 fails by me. And then I do something completely silly and I pick Huntress Fury at level 13 to add even more damage, because I was like, okay, I'll do that. So now every time I use the Huntress mark, which is, well, 12-second cooldown, because I lowered the cooldown on level 1, and if I didn't do that, I would never pick Huntress Fury. I get 40% increase in attack speed whenever I use that Hunter's mark. So not the most awesome ability ever, or most awesome talent. Not something you really want to pick most of the time. This is just my opinion on it. But like comparing to the other level 13 talents, I don't see it being quite as useful. But sometimes you just have to try stuff out, see if how it works out, because sometimes you need to figure if something is really worth it or not. Okay, let's continue chasing, I guess. We are down 1 person, and I kind of need to push this stuff in because there are damaged turrets around. So you put down the owl, see if there is someone coming around there, and well, Keldas is pushing down our keep, or rather trying to. I'm trying to push into these towers here, and whatnot. Well, I am not pushing really into the towers because I'm afraid of getting caught, and I can't really go down here by myself to contest this. Well, I can try, but thankfully since I have Sylvanas to come help and Vala as well, but I had to kind of be careful, and there is a couple of freaking birdies, as in banshees. Birdies. I was about to tell the Vala that she's going a little too hard, kind of way too hard. So, oh well. Need to wait for some people to come back, because I cannot go out there on my own. It's like, at all. It's like, if I go out there on my own, at this point I'm dead, right? So I just don't do that. Just don't do that. So unfortunately we are very likely right now to lose both shrines and give the Dragon Knight over to the enemy team. That's how it probably goes. And I managed to at least do a little bit something. As in see where everybody is, and then somebody is doing stuff, as in trying to stop them from getting Dragon Knight. Nope, didn't work. And we are down 3 levels, which is one reason why I'm really hesitant on just like going out there, especially since the tank just goes too hard and dies. That basically comes into the point where when one guy goes really hard and dies, leaves the team into a 4 versus 5 all the time, and that is not good. You don't want to be the guy who's like always leaves the team into a 4 versus 5 or 3 versus 4 or what have you. So yeah, there is another pick up. Now we actually caught up in talents essentially, because we have the same talent tire. They don't have level 20 yet, we have level 16 as well. And I don't know why the Keldas came here, because there is no escape until level 20 on Keldas. So level 16 I picked a True Shot Aura. That adds damage to other heroes around. That makes Sylvanas, Vala, all these things hit so much harder. And on a team where I have Sylvanas, I have Vala, and obviously it adds to my damage as well. It is kind of a lot of damage it adds into the fights, like a lot. So, well, whatever. That was a late stun, by the way. I should have used the stun earlier to interrupt Jen's drinking habit, because that is what the stuns are really good for. And then we are gonna be diving this Jen here. I just put the stun in such a location that was, well, if the Jen keeps running, it sure would have been hit by that stun. That was the intention of that particular stun, but didn't keep running, so, well, there is that. And so now we have won a nice team fight, and there's lots of dudes on their team dead, so we can go and grab ourselves some of their caps. It's like, grab couple bruiser caps and whoa, hello, douche, people, come on, dudes. Well, do we win another team fight? And I am almost dead here, so I have to kind of run away from the Phoenix. But the Phoenix helped us take the camp, and then we can do some body blocking and whatnot. So yeah, now I have to be careful though, because they have people respawning. But if we can take down a couple of buildings here, help catching up on XP, and well, if they come one by one. And that is essentially what I avoided doing earlier, going out there alone to die. This is what happened to the Rainer, just like came here to try to defend alone, ended up being dead, right? So yeah, no need. And suddenly we are only one level away from the enemy, which is kind of interesting to think about. So yeah, at least that. And now I'm trying to give a little bit of advice here. It's like, keep one shrine. It's like, don't give them another Dragon Knight, like just keep one shrine. I'm gonna put down the owl to here through the mid, see if can see anybody. But oh well. So we get one shrine top, which is what we have. And if we can get a bot shrine, that would be nice. But if we can't, then so be it. I am trying to steal it. That's why I stayed mid lane. Cool, this lets us get a little bit of extra XP through here, because can get a turret and can go for the fort right away. And with this fort, might be able to get a little bit of bonus XP. Of course, teammates are not around, so I have to be kind of careful. I have to start pulling away early and put as much damage in as possible. And then there is well, Lily around and whatnot, and I don't think I can survive through here because it's too many of us, as in too many of them, and too few of us because we were split. And at this point in the game, in all honesty, you kind of want to push with the team's Dragon Knight. Granted, I was going a little too hard there, but the fact that we lost other people on top of me is kind of an issue, and here is where our tank went way too hard again. It's like, well, just barrel rolled into the enemy team, basically with the Wandering Keg, and got destroyed. So we have 4 guys dead, and they are taking down our keep, but at least we have managed to catch up to level 20, and my level 20 talent, well, it was indeed Rewind. There are a whole lot of choices there. I could have gone Nexus Frenzy and add more and more damage to myself as well, but I think Rewind, because Tyrande has kind of long cooldowns. The stun has pretty long cooldown. The owl has 18-second cooldown. Overall, these are the reasons I very much prefer taking Rewind on Tyrande at level 20, like basically no matter the build, because it allows so much versatility to her. She can do a lot of stuff, and wow. There is Chen doing Chen business. Chen is really good at going 1 versus 1 against everybody or anybody. So there is that, and I am gonna put down the heroic here to uncloak the stuff, and of course Jen jumps me. That is not surprising at all, because I am a squishy target who really doesn't have an escape, because I didn't go sprint even on level 13. Of course, I have to try to stop these guys from destroying the keep, which will not happen because the keep is so very low in HP. And they get a Dragon Knight here as well. Unfortunately so. And we have lots and lots of stuff pushing at our base. As you can see, a couple merc camps and whatnot, and they get the Dragon Knight finally. And then we have, well, folks fighting, and Vala did die. But I am trying to stop these things from actually damaging our core here. Dragon Knight on its way towards top, taking care of some of our buildings. But at least the merc camps are now down and all that stuff, and put down the stun to stop the gen from going anywhere. So yeah. I still think they should have tried to push the core here, but obviously they did have a dead rain or so. Going for the third keep might really have been the correct call. Of course, sometimes you really wanna do that stuff, and I'm going really too hard, but then I get kicked in here, so that is nice. I was going a little too hard into the Phoenix. Put down another stun. Usually try to catch the Dragon Knight in the stun, that's basically the goal here. To try and do that, because the DK is annoying. And whatnot. And you can stop the DK from doing the Dragon Knight, from doing some stuff. If you catch it in a stun, like you can interrupt its kick to stop it from kicking someone away if you like manage to stun it. And then there was a stun on Lily to try to stop her from healing everybody up, but well, kind of getting destroyed here, unfortunately. So thank you very much for watching. A little bit different kind of Tyrande. Not full support, but still a supporty Tyrande, more focused on damage and still support like True Shot, Aura and stuff.
The dragon shall rise again.